I think we sometimes don't realize the impact we're making in the Oceanic community, but we have Professor Marcelo, which is an amazing leader, and he always reminds us about what we do. Sometimes you're very busy, the week goes by, and then, it's another month, and then work and work and work, and he's like always pointing out the changes we're making, the impact we're making, and I never saw myself as a leader until you mentioned, like we're leading an area, an department, a change.
Yeah, well, I think one of the greatest things of being together in events like this, like the summit, is to put into perspective all the work they are doing. And when we hear about all these amazing stories of guys who came to remote places in Europe, it really helps us to put into perspective everything that we do, and how we contribute, as Professor Sebastian mentioned, with our 1%.
Yeah.
I think it's a very powerful analogy, because we have a very diverse community full of ideas, and we can do amazing things because we have passionate people that love jiu-jitsu and they love to be connected.
What I love about Gracie Barra is that we're so close to the leaders. It's an amazing contact, because when you picture like a CEO and it's far from me, but at Gracie Barra we feel really connected.
For me, something that is stuck in my mind was when Professor Flavio Almeida said that we are here because we have people before us and we are on the shoulders of giants, but with the twist that now it's our time also to offer our shoulders for the generations to come. So just put into perspective the work that I'm doing. It won't finish here. I'm just preparing the way for people who are coming after us, to make sure we preserve our legacy.
It's either through the clothes, through the bonding at the school, through the newsletter I send. It's like a combination of things we do for Gracie Barra that connect us to people and give us an opportunity to actually change people's lives, through jiu-jitsu in the end of the day.
Professor Marcelo is very, is an amazing advocate of Gracie Barra, and he brings to the table what Master Carlos Gracie Jr. mentions. It's all about love, putting love into what we do, and realizing that we change people's lives, that we have the opportunity to bring jiu-jitsu really for everyone, for people with disabilities, for people who struggle with their own problems. And at the end of the day, what they want to do is to leave the problems outside the mats, connect with people, bond, and being better human beings.
As a woman, I started training consistent after I joined the Gracie Barra team in the office. And then I never saw jiu-jitsu as something that could help me. I always looked at jiu-jitsu as a sport. And then the more I got involved training, the more I was able to understand what that means, changing people's lives. And then we all have our problems, our traumas and everything. And I feel like jiu-jitsu is really helping me to overcome some challenges, personal challenges, and especially healing. I recently got my blue belt, and then when I was preparing my speech, because I knew eventually that was going to happen, it was like a movie in my mind. I mean, everything that I went through, and then on the mats, every time you have a trigger, you think about it, and you're like, I am going to overcome this. This is not going to happen again, or this is happening because of this. This is a safe environment. Those are my friends. Those people are my friends, my training partners. And it's really empowering me. I mean, I have a long way to go, a long journey. But especially for being a woman, I think it's been helping me a lot, and it's been changing my life.